In this particular video, we're going to be taking a first look at what GitHub Spark is able to do. Now, you may have been using several IDEs like Cursor, Windsurf, and VS Code to create applications using these agentic IDEs, using vibe coding to provide instructions, tell it what you want to do, and the agent like Cursor or VS Code or Windsurf can actually go ahead and build the application for you. Now, Microsoft released this IDE, this agent called GitHub Spark that allows you, if you have a Copilot Pro license, to specify instructions for the web application you would like to create using React and using TypeScript. And you just have to provide the instructions and it jumps into action and actually starts to build the application for you. So this is my first take at this, and I want to just record my first impression and show you what I think it is able to do. So if you would like to follow along, I have created a repository that has a brief summary of what the tool is able to do. It also has a project requirements document, a PRD file that we're going to use to specify a client management system that allows you to capture certain customer profile data and save it. So we're going to create a CRUD-based web user interface that would allow you to create records, retrieve records, modify records, and remove records. So these are the fields that I would like to have. If you're following along, you would see the list of fields in the README file. So I'm going to be capturing these fields like the customer name, the email address, their street address, based in the United States. So we have a zip code, 5-digit zip code. And we're also going to capture their phone number using the E.123 format, meaning that you put the country code, the area code, and then the last couple of numbers, I believe the 7 digits for that phone number. So that's what we're going to be doing in this particular tutorial. Now, I would like this to persist the records. So any kind of change I am making to the data set, whether I am adding new records, modifying existing records, or removing existing records, I want it to be able to persist those changes. So let's take a look at what this is able to do. I'm not going to speed up any of the video, so I want you to see exactly how long it takes to perform my task. And if you like, you can follow along with me by taking a look at this repository that I'm going to have in the repo, and you can follow along to use the PRD that I'm having here to set this up. So let's head over to github.com/spark and take a look at the application. So there's a link here for a tutorial that tells you the prerequisites of what you need to do this, which is a Copilot Pro license account. And then it creates a GitHub repo, it deploys it into a code space, and then you can publish the application and use it and see how it goes. Everything you need to get started is in this instruction. So just head out to my repo here, GitHub Spark tutorials, and that should allow you to see everything you need to get started. I'm going to open the PRD in a new tab so that we can take a look. Now, this is the easy client management system, and all I'm trying to do here is just provide this PRD to GitHub Spark, and I want to create this application so that I can persist these records and see how long it takes. So we're going to take a look at this and set a timer and see how long it's going to take us to make this happen. So let me get my stopwatch ready so that we can start tracking this as soon as I am done. So now we are in this user interface, and I am going to copy the contents of my PRD file and put it as is. You can make changes to this to suit your own needs, or you can just type your own PRD, but this is what I wanted to do. I am entering the PRD, so let's start the timer and see what's happening, how long it's going to take for this to happen. So it says that the Easy Client Management System is a CRUD-based interface that is going to be able to persist changes that are making to customer records. Copilot is thinking at this time. We are still in the first minute. So we're going to watch the screen and see exactly what it is saying. Let me see if I can zoom in here for us to see what it is saying on the screen. I believe when this is done, we should be able to click on the publish button to push it into code space for us to actually be able to test it and see. Now, besides the PRD, it is generating the index.html file. And like I said earlier, I am not going to speed any of this up because I want you to watch in real time to see what is happening. So far, we are in the first minute of this vibe coding. Let's see what it's doing. We have the style sheets and the TypeScript file that I believe contains the data structure for the customer records. Remember, the customer record is going to have the customer identifier, the name of the customer, first name and last name, the address, the phone number, and the email, which is just some basic fields you would need for a customer record. So we're still watching this in real time to see what it is doing. And if you're following along, you can also check your screen. I would like you to tell me your own experience, how long it took you to create your own version of this, and what you think about it. So let's see if everything is going to work. So it is adding a header component now. So far we have seen about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 files created. It is setting up the customer list component. So I specified that I would like to see a list of customers, and I would like to be able to click to add a new customer, click an existing record in the line to retrieve it and make changes, and also click on the delete button or link to take out the record from the database. So I am hoping that that is what it is going to set up for us here. So let's pay attention. It is setting up the customer details component, which I believe in React is the page that would allow us to see the customer details. We are about 3 minutes into the vibe coding generation of the code that will create the user interface. Some of these tools like VS Code and Cursor might take 10 minutes to do this, but let's see how long this one is going to take. Now we are setting up the customer form. If you're able to zoom into the screen to see what I'm seeing here. And we have these Disney stars and sparks flying everywhere. It looks good. So setting up the customer form component with validation. And whatever experience you are having in your own application, please put it in the comments. Let me see your own experience as well. Tell me your experience in terms of how long it is taking you to generate, any issue you are finding. This will be very, very good feedback for the creators of this vibe coding platform. So many files have been created so far. Let's see. So it is saying that it needs now to add the toaster component to update it. I don't know what the toaster component is, but we'll find out soon. The dialog, I believe, has been created. So now it is modifying the app component to include the toaster that was just set up. I believe now you should be able to click on this to stop the generation. And this was probably for us to upload any kind of images or resources or artifacts for the system to use to create the application. So now we are 5 minutes into the generation. I don't know how much longer we have left, but let's see what's happening. So it is now updating the app component to include sample data. And I see a sample data TypeScript file has been created. It is about to add a README to show how to use the application. Maybe this seems to suggest that it is almost done with the generation. So let's take a look and see what's going to happen. You can also send me post screenshots of your own generation in the comments. Let me see what you guys were able to do as well. So an easy README has been created. Very cool. Let me create suggestions for what users can do next with this application. So it seems to have finished. Let's take a look at the timer. So we are at 5 minutes, 57 seconds. So let me pause the timer. Pause the timer there. The generation has stopped. So I am going to zoom out so that we can see. So here we have this list. I see something to search for customers. So let's see. So if we type in Michael, it filters it out. If we type in Sarah, okay. So let's take a look at the add customer. So this should allow me to see the details, okay. Back to customers. This should allow me to modify. It looks good. Back. This should allow me to delete. And it prompts me if I really want to delete. So this took us about 6 minutes to generate this. So now the next thing I would like to do is for me to publish this. So in 6 minutes, we were able to take my PRD document here to generate this particular application in 6 minutes, the easy customer management application. So now let me go ahead and attempt to publish this to see what is going to happen. So sending bytes to the moon. I'm not sure why we will send it to the moon, but let's see if it's really going to the moon or not. I want it to work on on this computer, not the moon. So it is publishing right now. So this is going to be the link. It seems we have a couple of options in terms of the visibility of the application. So only me can see this, or I can put it for all GitHub users who are signed in to see it, or people in my organization. So those are the three options. For now, I think I'm going to put the first option only. Later on, if this works, I might put it for all GitHub users, but let me know your experience with this as well. So for now, I'm going to pick this one. And then I am going to, I believe, click on view site. I'm not sure which one I need to do. So I guess update is if you're changing the visibility, but for now we're going to click on view site, which seems to suggest that it will take me to this link here. So let's click on this and see what happens. So when I click on it, I see an application that looks very similar to what I saw in the previous screen, and this URL here seems to match it. So I guess this is the code space environment. So let's see how this goes. So we have the three customers here. We have the detail page. So we can click on this and we can see the details. Okay, so we click on go back. The edit allows me to edit, and then cancel, and then the delete prompts me if I want to delete it. Okay, so now the first thing I want to do is to add. So the CRUD application should allow us to create, to retrieve, to update, and to delete, and to list. So far the list seems to be working. One of the requirements I had here was to make sure that it is able to persist my changes. That's very important for any CRUD application. If you cannot persist the changes, then it's not really a CRUD application. It's just like a POC or some kind of a demo application that we're using to show comps or mock data. So I'm going to go ahead and add an example. So we have the customer name here, the email address, the phone number, the street address for Florida, and let's create this customer. So we're trying to add a new customer. Let's see if it is able to persist this record. So the phone number is not valid. Why is that invalid? So let's create a customer. So it has created the record and it looks like it is saved successfully. Let's try to search for it. So EKPO, all right, this looks good. Okay, so now let's add another customer. Let's add Samuel Ekpo. So Samuel, let me do this so that we are doing this fast. Okay, so 1213, and the first name is Sam, and then we have Sam here. Okay, same street address, so we've created. So we have the two records now. So if we type in the same last name, we can see the records in here. Okay, so now we are done with this, the creation of records. So now the next thing we're going to test is we're able to retrieve. So let's retrieve Sam. I am able to retrieve it, so that's done. Now let's try to modify an existing record. So we're going to change Sarah Johnson here. So to edit Sarah, we're going to change Sarah. So maybe Sarah just got married. So Sarah Doe. So now we're going to change Sarah's email address and last name. So let's save the changes. I want to make sure that this persists. So as I'm saving it, I see here that it is persisting. The email and the last name has changed. Now let's go back to the customers and see. So Sarah has also been modified. So it seems like the update is working. Now let's pick one of these records and delete it. So we're going to pick Michael Chen. Let's attempt to delete it and see if our changes will be persisted. So we're clicking on this. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, I want to delete. So we're going to remove Michael Chen from the database. So let's click on that. It seems to have deleted it successfully. And let's refresh it and see if my change has been refreshed. So when I refresh it, it seems like everything is gone, including the two customers that I added because I refreshed the browser. So it seems like it's not really storing it in a real database. Maybe it is caching it somehow in the browser. Let's try again and see if we add a new customer, what happens. So we have added a new customer again, Florida. We create it. Okay. We'll add another customer again. Add Sam, and then we create it. Okay, this persists. So as long as I'm not refreshing the browser, I'm just using this, it somehow persisted in the memory of the browser. It is not using an external database to do that. So let's try to remove Michael Chen again and see what happens. So if we delete it, Michael Chen has been removed from the database. But now we have Israel and Sam. If we try to refresh the browser, I think it reverts back to the original 3 records that we had to start with. So that's my experience. This seems to be impressive so far. I was able to, in 5 minutes and 57 seconds, create a simple application using this tool. So if you are just looking to get started with maybe building prototype applications, I think this is a good tool for you to use to get started with such tasks. It is very simple and it is very easy to use. And this is my initial reaction and first impression. It looks very good. So let me know in the comments what you think about this, and if you would like me to do a deeper dive into any of the components or the behavior of this vibe coding IDE, please let me know. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'm a solutions architect that I mentor engineers and architects on how to build AI agents for production scenarios. So that's what my channel is primarily about. but I got a couple of requests to create, to share my first experience about this new tool, and that's why I am doing this. So if you're looking to learn about how to build agents, you can subscribe to the channel. I am a contributor to the A2A project, to the MCP project, to the LangChain project, the Pydantic AI, and the Fast A2A project. So if you take a look at my channel, you will see the link to some of these projects that I'm a community member and I do contribute to. So I am very passionate about building AI agents in production, and if that's something that you're interested in, you can subscribe to the channel and like this video and check out my other videos and give them thumbs up, or leave a comment if you have any feedback or questions. I really appreciate you stopping by to check out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.